everybody. Good morning. Happy Saturday. Welcome to my live. My name is Robin, and I'm with Robin's Egg Blue Creations, and I'm also an independent designer with Couture. When you hop on, say hi in the comments and tell me where you're watching from. I do want to let you know that I am streaming using an online platform called StreamYard. So I am live in a couple different locations. Today it's only 2, not 3. So I'm live in my Facebook business page, and I'm also live on my YouTube channel. So if you happen to hear me refer to a comment that you don't see in your feed, that is why that might be why they are watching from a different platform and commenting from that platform. So I didn't want there to be any confusion, trying to be upfront. Again, when you hop on, say hi in the comments, tell me where you're watching from. Let me know if you have any plans for the weekend. Let me know if you had a great week. So yeah, we are going to get started. I see that Jason is watching from upstairs. Hello. So we are going to be using this seasonal, it says seasonal welcome signs down here in the corner. And if you don't get any other Couture products, or if you want to get one that has the best bang for your buck, I would highly recommend this. This is a size D transfer, but it has 4 different transfers. So in the top corner it says welcome to our patch, so it would be great for September or November for Thanksgiving and fall. And then down here on the bottom it says welcome to our web, so that one's great for October. And then you have welcome Christmas, which obviously is great for December. And then you have welcome winter, which will carry you into January, February, and depending on where you live, maybe March. So this one is a great bang for your buck. You get about 5 or 6 months out of it. So yeah, and it fits perfectly on our 9x9 box frames, which is what I have below. But first I want to let you know that these are reusable silkscreen transfers. They are reusable about 8 to 12 times, depending on how well you take care of them. Because they are reusable, I am going to write the name of the transfer on the back. So this was seasonal welcome signs. That way I know when I'm cleaning transfers that this transfer goes on this backer sheet, and that this side of the backer sheet is the back. That way, once I'm done, I can put it back on my backer sheet and put it away until the next time I use it. You'll also notice that there are little score lines on this particular transfer. That means you're welcome to cut the entire transfer apart, backer sheet and all, but I like to keep my backer sheets intact. So I'm just peeling up the little corner right here, and I'm going to just run my scissors along that score line. That way I can keep my backer sheet intact. So I'm just going to turn it around, and I'll do the other score line the exact same way. And I'm going to pick this corner right here, lay my transfer trimmers underneath, and I'm going to score the rest. So we'll only be using the welcome to our patch transfer today. And like I said, we will be using it on the new 9x9 box frames. This is a double-sided box frame, so you can use either the light side or you can use the dark side. So we're going to be using, I think we'll use the dark side today, maybe. And then tomorrow we're going to be doing the Halloween one. So just trying to figure out. Yeah, I think we'll do the fall one on the dark side, and then tomorrow we'll do the Halloween on the lighter side. So because this is a wood surface, I'm going to wax, and you can either use the surface wax from Couture, or you can use, on these larger projects, I just like to use this larger can because it goes a little farther. Plus it's a good way to use it up. Hello, Adia. How are you? Welcome to my live. So I'm just dipping just a crummy old t-shirt scrap into my wax, and I'm just going to wax the surface for two reasons. One, because this is wood, it has some uneven spots, it probably has some ridges. I know even on the other side there's just a little slight blemish right there, and what the wax will do is it will fill in some of those uneven ridges, uneven spots, just so I get a better transfer. And two, it will help keep my transfer from sticking to the wood fibers and pulling up any splinters. So I'm just going along my surface, kind of buffing it out. Just making sure I get a good coverage. Okay, feels pretty good. So I'm just going to take the dry part of my rag and I'm just going to buff it a little more just to make sure it's all evened out. Okay, so we'll put that away. So I'm going to get my fuzzing towel out and I'm going to pull off this transfer. And I'm going to flip it over because I like to pull my backer sheet away from the transfer. It keeps it from folding in on itself and sticking to itself. Because this is a brand new transfer, I am going to fuzz, and what that does is it lays kind of a layer of lint down so that it's not as sticky, so that when I pull it off of my surface, it doesn't pull or stretch the transfer. And once you wash the transfer, that sticky lint, that lint is going to come off once you wash it. I'm probably going to do it one more time. You can use just a plain terry cloth towel. You could even use your shirt. You pick up some lint that way. So then I'm going to lay it down on my surface, and it fits perfectly in the box frame. So then I'm just going to smooth out wherever you see the clear spaces. That is where the silkscreen material is. Oops, I have a bubble. I'm just trying to smooth it out. I don't mind if there's any bubbles in this green area. I just don't want any bubbles or ripples where the screen might be. Another one here. So I'm just going to go along all of the areas of the screen and kind of rub it in, make sure that it's good and adhered. Okay, I think that's good. So I've got these four colors out today. Curry, which sadly is retired, but it's kind of a mustard yellow. Jade, orange peel, and shimmer copper, and then some black. I think those are going to be my colors today. So I'm just going to pop the lids off. Okay, so I think I'm going to do the words, at least the welcome. I don't know. I haven't quite decided what I want to do yet. I think I'll do the words welcome, and then these words down here in black, but I'll do those last. Hey, Bonita, good morning. I've learned to do the color black last. That way things don't black the other colors. The black doesn't bleed into the other colors. I'm just trying to figure out what to conquer first. Grab some squeegees. I am going to do the kind of the hot mess or the marble technique in the leaves. So let's do the pumpkin first, because obviously I'm going to do the pumpkin in orange peel. So I'm just dipping my squeegee into the chalk paste, and I'm just going to lightly drag my squeegee over the silkscreen material. And because I am using some of the older formulas of paste, which I can show you the difference, kind of. Well, let me see if I can get lucky and pull see if I can show you. Ooh. Where's a good dried up paste? Let's try one of these. It's going to show you what the difference. Well, now I won't be able to find one. Of course. Purple's probably dried up because I never use purple. Nope. Anyway, this jade is the new formula. So you can see it's very creamy. There's not a lot of lumps. Whereas this black, which that one's kind of hard to see, it's dried up several times and I've just added water to it, but it's also gotten kind of lumpy. So yeah. So because this is the old formula, I want to pull it up because it will dry quicker in my mesh material. And then I run the risk of it drying in my transfer in the silk screen and then pulling up all of the chalk paste. If you purchase any of the paste currently, you will get all of the new formula, which will allow you to have a lot more working time and you won't have to pull and peel or paste and peel like I am today. I hope that makes sense. So then I'm just going to lay that back down and I'm just going to adhere everything except the pumpkin. So then I'm going to take, we'll do that little area last. I think I'm going to take, trying to figure out how to conquer this. Actually, I will do black next because I think we'll go ahead and do black next because it isn't around a lot of the colors. So I'm just dipping my squeegee in the chalk paste and I'm going to drag it over the silk screen material. Usually if I have colors really close together, I'll do the black last. But in this case, it's the larger of the areas, so I'll do it first. But I am going to work in sections. So I'll pull, oops. I didn't get all my areas. You want to make sure you get all your squeegee lines taken out because you will be able to see those when it dries. So I'm going to pull that part up. I'm just going to and then I'm going to dry it. So unlike the chalkboards that from Couture. These box frames are mostly a one and done, a one-time use surface, because the chalk paste gets absorbed into the wood grain. However, if you wanted to reuse the surface after you were done, say next season another 9x9 transfer comes out and you want to put it on this surface, you could sand it all down and repaint it, and then you can reuse it. But as far as wiping it off and reusing it, the wood surfaces don't allow for that. Okay, now I think we can kind of go on. So I'm just going to kind of pull that taut again so that I get my lines squared up around the outside, and then I'm going to put that down. And then I think I'm going to do the border next, which I've got my multi-tool out, so it has a smaller squeegee on it, so it will allow me to get around the edges. So I'm just going to dip it into my orange peel, like so. And if I get it on the leaves, I'll be okay, because I am going to do the hot mess technique around on the leaves, so it'll kind of blend in, hopefully. So I'm just dragging it down the silkscreen area, trying to make sure my lines are smooth as I go. Probably should have done this in sections, but we'll see what happens. Okay, got that done. Okay, now so I'm just going to release it and lay it back down. And then we'll go up here and pull it just a little bit. And we'll dry this part, and then I'll go back and dry the bottom part. Okay, so I'll pick this side back up. Get that dry. Okay. So then I'm going to stick my words back down, and then make sure the leaves are adhered. Okay. So then we're going to go in with, I'm going to try to find some of these smaller squeegees. And what I've done is I've just taken one of these squeegees and I've just cut it in half to make some smaller ones. So when you do the hot mess, I don't know where that came from, technique, I just take what you're going to do is kind of dab your color all over in just little spots. So we went in with the curry. Now I'm picking up some of the jade. Same thing, just make little dots. And then we'll go in with a tiny bit of orange peel. Not a lot. I want more of the other colors. And then we'll go in with the shimmer copper. And then I think I'll go in with a little bit more of the green. This jade color is such a pretty color. If you're into the vintage green color at all. Oops. Okay, so then I'm going to take just a plain squeegee and I'm going to grab a paper towel because I won't be able to save any of this color because it'll all be mixed together. And I'm just going to start at one end. And the more you swipe, the more all your colors kind of get mixed together. And then I'm going to go back and I'm going to get off all the excess and clean up my lines. And I'm just wiping it on a piece of paper because I can't put it back in a jar. So there's that. So I'm going to pick that up. Let's see what we got left with. Ooh, that's very pretty. I'll pick it up. You can't see it on camera very well, but it's really pretty. Okay, so then we'll go back in. I still have to do my little stem here with, I'll probably do some shimmer copper, and we have to do these words down here. So I'm going to grab another multi-tool, and I'm just going to dip it in the black. And I'm just going to go, I'm going to go up because I'm working away from this line that's at the bottom. And we'll fill in these words. Be careful not to get the pumpkin up above either. Okay, so now I'm just going to remove the excess and kind of smooth out my lines. And then before I pick it up, I'll just go in with the shimmer copper, and I'm using the small detail tool. It has a tiny squeegee at the end, but it's perfect for these little areas. So I'll just do the little vine and the stem in the copper. And then peel it all up. Okay. So now I'm just going to spray it with a little bit of water until I can get to my utility sink and give it a good clean. But this will keep it from drying completely on the transfer. So then we'll come in and we'll dry it. And then I'll show you the leaves. It's very subtle, but it's very pretty. also, I have a few little areas that I went over, so I'm just taking a small pointed squeegee and I'm going to use it kind of like a paintbrush. I went a little overboard with the green and got it in my orange in a few spots. There. So we'll get that. We'll dry that off. Okay. Let me show you. You can see there. You can kind of see. Get the leaves. There, you can see it on that side a little bit. It's much prettier in person than the camera is showing. So there is our box frame. See that one. It did run a little bit here, so I'm just taking the pointed end of the detail tool. And because I waxed this surface, I'm able to scratch a little bit of that run away. So there you go. There is our surface. There you can see a little bit of the green in the leaves from the front view, but it's very subtle but very pretty. So there is our 9x9 box frame. So tomorrow we will do the Halloween transfer on this side, and we'll have our very own custom welcome sign to get us through November. So at least 3 months in one surface. So with that, I'm going to hop off for the day. I hope you all have a great Saturday. I will be live again tomorrow at 4 p.m. Central Time. So I hope to see you all then. Thanks for watching and have a great rest of your day.